Hey, I thought we would do something a little different, and we've got the 3 piles here. 1, 2, and 3. This is a necklace that I've had for, I don't know, probably 13 years or so. I've got this statue. My neighbors are super cool and have a motorcycle that they need the entire world to know about several times a day. And we have this tiger's eye incense burner and a little tiger's eye marble. And I have this advice deck. And I don't know what is going to come out. But I figured we would just do this. And you can pick a color, pick a card, pick a item, whatever you want to do, or more than one. It is completely up to you. And we'll get into it. All right, pile 1, you chose the Gaia necklace. This came off Etsy. Listen when others share their opinions and feelings. Okay, this is the Giant Rider-Waite Tarot. We have the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. So maybe it's time to get advice on something. Maybe you're kind of wondering where to go from here. Or you might be a little bit lost. I feel like you have someone that you can ask or speak to about this, but you might have been on the fence for it for some reason, but we're going to get into it some more. First, we're going to have the Moonology Oracle deck talk to us a little bit. And now we're mowing in the rain. Okay. Nothing is yet set in stone. Confidence is your key to success. Don't let pride get in your way. So maybe this is a conversation you know that you need to have in order to make progress in some sort of area, but you really just don't want to. And like, I feel that on a personal level because I hate talking to people just in general, much less whenever it's something important. So I feel you. This is the Fairies Oracle. This is the first edition, but the second edition is available. Number 27. Nels the Alchemist. Nellis. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. So this is about being shown potential avenues that you can take, but no one's going to tell you what to do. They're going to tell you what you can do, what they might do, but no one's going to do this for you. No one's going to make this happen for you, take this action for you, whatever this is that you're on the fence about and that you know that you need to talk to others about. If you ask the right questions to the right people, you will get answers. They might not be what you want, but ultimately, I'm seeing this as something that you're going to have to figure out for yourself, and you can get, absolutely, you're being encouraged to look deeper and to find more information. But in the end, this is something that you're going to have to set your personal feelings aside for a minute about not only the situation, but the people that you're talking to, and make the right decision in the most objective way that you can. And that might be really the lesson that you're in. I'm not going to get into detail, but not too long ago, I was stuck between two incredibly important decisions. Both would have been good in their own way, and both really, really were something that I wanted, and it hurt me to have to turn one down. And I ended up having to choose the one that made more sense for me in the long run, financially, physically, all of that. And the other one really tugged at my heartstrings. And like I said, I'm going to be as vague as possible about that, but it was very, very, very hard for me to have to turn that down and to make the other choice. And it would have been hard either way. And I knew what I needed to do, but I hesitated because I really did not want to be that person that had to say no. Especially because it was something so incredibly personal to me and something that I saw all sides of because I've been in all situations, and it was something that was really hard for me to do, and I knew what I needed to do. Nobody could make that decision for me, and it is for the best, and I know that, and I feel like you might already know what decision you need. You might just be on the fence about this, and all you can really do is go for it and be as objective as you can. Absolutely get other people's opinions, especially other people who've been in this situation, but this is all on you. And I really wish you the best of luck. And I feel for you. All right, my pile 2, you chose the Gaia statue. I apologize if you can hear my neighbors mowing in the rain. We have don't bleed on people who did not hurt you. Okay. So this is about healing, moving forward, and not letting what has happened to you in the past be something you truly believe is going to happen to you in the future. It's don't be driving while you're staring in the rear view only kind of a thing. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this is the Giant Rider-Waite. And we have the Four of Pentacles. And the World. So I feel like this comes maybe from having been in a situation financially where you might have been making it but just barely, or this might have been somewhere that you've been for a long time, and I feel like you want to move forward and you want to build wealth and have more stability, but I feel like you're going to have to let go of that mindset of there's never going to be enough. I'm never going to have enough money. I can't do this. Because in order to truly end this cycle and to not always feel the same way about your finances or about your stability that you do now, and to move forward, you're gonna have to loosen up your grip. And that's easier said than done, and there's absolutely no problem with having been in this situation, whatever this was for you, and having this mindset, because it's something that we all have to go through. I feel like as adults, it's a lesson we all have to learn, and if we don't learn it, we're going to be stuck here forever. There's no shame in where you're at or where you've been. We don't shame people here. This is the Moonology Oracle. Don't let pride get in your way. It's time to take action. So maybe you are feeling not so great about where you're at financially, or how you got here, or maybe you don't even know how you got here, like what even happened. And that's absolutely valid, like I said. But for you to move forward, you're really going to have to set your pride to the side, deal with your ego, figure out and look really hard at where you're at and how can you get yourself out of it. Sometimes, yeah, we need more money, we need more income, but sometimes we need to take a look at what we're spending and why we're spending it and where we can do better. And I know I know that budgeting and spirituality don't generally mix, but I feel like there's definitely a place for both, and they can help strengthen each other in a way. Because part of being able to really manage your money and yourself and your spending emotionally and your own well-being, like, that's shadow work. I hate to tell you. I really do. But it really is. I mean, sitting down and looking at 3 months worth of bank statements and highlighting everywhere that you spent money you didn't need to, that's a form of looking in the mirror, and that is shadow work. And in order to move forward, I'm not saying that you're never gonna, need more money, because like that's not the purpose. But I am saying that in order for you to be able to get out of this mindset and move forward and end this cycle, you got to make changes with what you already have and what you're already doing, so that whenever you do have more coming in, you can do better with it. But conclusions are within reach. You can do this. It's hard, it sucks, and be realistic, okay? Like, have some compassion for yourself. This is the Fairies Oracle. This is the first edition, but the second edition is available on Amazon. Number 33, Fairies of the Future. So this is about looking at where you're going from where you've been, and how you can move forward more intentionally. And I'm not saying you haven't been, but keep going, keep doing this if you have. And if you haven't, a great place to start is 3 months ago, from then till now, where you're spending and what you're doing. I work in special education. I'm not a finance guru by any means, but if you are interested, I would check out The Budget Mom. Even if you're not a parent, even if you're not a woman, that's a good place to start with budgeting. If that's your struggle. That might not even be your struggle, but that's for someone. There's a Facebook page for it. They have like a YouTube. Dave Ramsey, like, I'm pretty sure everybody knows about him. Personally, but that's a good place, I think, to start, or where I've been. And that's how I worked on building my own foundation as a single parent, to be able to manage a very low income and still be able to get myself out of debt, which has taken forever. Anyway, this is the African Goddess Rising Oracle. Grounding, resistance, and level up. But I'm really seeing that that's where you're at. You're working on getting yourself grounded and where you're at, where you need to go, and letting go of the resistance that you have, not only to save, but to spend, and how you're going to do that, where you're going to go to from here, and why. What is your reason behind it? Because if you don't have a good reason, you're not going to stick with it. Find your motivation, and conclusions are within reach, and the cycle will end. You are doing work actively to end the cycle. It is coming. You're on the brink of an epiphany. This is something that even if you do kind of slack off a little bit. If you've done it long enough and you've done it enough, then you're going to be able to like overspend, but not in like a huge way. Because sometimes I fall off the bandwagon, but even when I do, it's not huge. So best of luck to you. Remember, look forward. Yes, remember where you've been. Recognize what's in the rear view, but you need to go forward. And in order to do that, you have to let go of the mindset that you had previously. There's nothing wrong with being where you've been. But if you really want to go somewhere, you're the one that has to do it. All right, pile number 3, you chose the Tiger's Eye. And we have get to know the true you. You guys need to find yourselves. And by that, I mean the genuine you. Not the you want other people to be, not the other you that people need you to be or want you to be. The actual you. This is the Giant Rider-Waite. Three of Wands. High Priestess. Chariot reverse. So you guys are in the process, or you want to start the process of really learning yourself and learning who you are or who you want to be. Maybe you've lost yourself. Maybe you never knew who you were in the beginning because you came from a difficult background and never really had the chance to develop a sense of self. Regardless of the situation, I want to try to help you figure out how to get started, what to do. And I already have some ideas, but I want to use the cards too. So we're going to go with the African Goddess Rising. Feeling safe. Live out loud. Pleasure. You are safe and you need to feel safe in order to do this. And if you have not been previously, I'm so sorry. I've been there. But you need to know that it is safe to feel safe. And the only way you're going to be able to do this is to find your safety so that you can live out loud and do the things that you like and learn the things that you like, and to just genuinely find yourself and then be you. And remember that that's going to consist of you working on you and changing over time, as we all do, as we grow, as we experience life. This is the Moonology Oracle. That was a terrible shuffle. Have faith in your dreams. This is not impossible by any means. Look at the bigger picture. Hold your vision. Expect powerful change. Meditate and contemplate and step out of your comfort zone. It's hard to be comfortable when you've never been comfortable. Like, I feel that. I get it. But what I want to say is start off with just the smallest things that make you happy. If your favorite color is a certain color, look for that color, get things in that color. If you have a favorite song, listen to that favorite song, and then find similar songs to listen to. You don't have to change everything overnight. You can do baby steps. This can take the rest of your life, and it's absolutely fine. We have the Fairies Oracle. This is the first edition, but the second edition is available on Amazon. A Collective of Pixies, number 48. This is something that you're going to have to do. It's something you're going to have to experience in order to experience life to really much of any extent. And it is daunting. It is a big deal. It is intimidating. And I feel that. I've been there. I've been completely lost on several occasions and had to do the entire process of finding myself over, and it takes a while. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of effort, and don't let anyone try to make you feel as though it is not. And if they feel like it's not, they probably haven't done the work. But it's something you're gonna have to do, and all I can really say is to try to do it in the easiest, most easy, and like be easy with yourself, be gentle with yourself, not like be lazy, but start small. Like I said, listen to your favorite song. Why do you like that? Why do you like the way it makes you feel? Why do you like the way it sounds? What is your favorite color? How do you feel when you look at that color? How can you implement just teeny tiny little things that you love or that you like into your daily life? Small steps, and if you just keep going, eventually you're going to look back and be like, holy crap, I found a little bit of me. I'm not saying that you're going to, fully develop every part of your personality overnight, but don't be ashamed of what you like. Don't be ashamed of who you like, any of that. Anyone who makes you feel as though you should feel ashamed is probably just unhappy themselves. And even if they're not, they're still wrong for making you feel that way. You have it in you. There is an inner weirdo that is just waiting to bust right on out, and you will find it. It will take time. It will take effort. And I'm not saying this is something you have to work on constantly because it's exhausting. But like I've said over and over, just little bitty things. I like the color pink. I like rose quartz. It makes me happy. So I have several pieces of rose quartz. It's a pretty rock that I like. That's really the only reason I have it. It's a pretty rock. I have a ton of worry stones because when I'm anxious, I fidget. I also have this bracelet that I always wear because I like to spin it when I'm anxious. It makes me feel better. It's things that help you even in the smallest, tiniest way. Even if it's a little rock in your pocket, even if it's wearing a cheap bracelet made out of fishing wire, any little thing is a great start, and you will be good. You will be fine.